right, good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author, Andrew Snorton, and you are joining us for today's live chat, the Fast 15. Normally what we do each and every Wednesday about this time, we normally stream live on Instagram, so I want to thank the Grill Coach for joining us today, as well as others. We normally live stream on Facebook through Zoom, but I don't know what's going on that end, so we're going to record and we're going to hope for the best, and worst case we'll just upload this video a little bit later. For everyone tuning in, whether it's your first time or you've done this multiple times, thank you so much for our live chat. The best ways to stay connected with me on Facebook will be the page Author Andrew Snorton, AUTHOR ANDREW SNORTON. Make sure to add me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Author A Snorton. And you can email me at authorasnorton@gmail.com if you have, book requests, personalized requests, merchandise requests, speaking requests. Make sure to hit me up there. And you can go to the business page, asnortonccs.com. Go to that main business website, so you'll see everything from the author info, press and media services, writing services, and education services. So before we get into our topic for today, we always take a moment to acknowledge people who are doing well and folks that are, going through some stuff. So if there's anyone out there that's going through something, physical health issue, mental health issue, technology issue, as I'm figuring out I've got one going on, personal, business, whatever, you have every right to feel some type of way if you're hurt, disappointed, frustrated, but you owe it to yourself to make sure you don't stay stuck there. We know the longer you stay stuck in a very challenging and difficult place, you're digging yourself a deeper hole, and it can be more detrimental. So if what you're going through requires professional help, psychologist, a counselor, psychiatrist, things along those lines, don't be afraid to get the help you need. I've said that each and every time, and I'll continue to say it, because even in today's awareness times, there's some people that still feel, some kind of way, or a little bit nervous or a little bit apprehensive, but don't. If you have to get professional help, do so. Or just get started by having that conversation with a trusted family member, friend, loved one, just to help kind of redirect so you can figure out what formal or informal help you need. So if this applies to you or someone you know, please let them know that there are people that do care, and we want them to get through it successfully and not put any harm to themselves or anyone around them. On the flip side, for people that are doing well, it's that new business, that new venture, that new book, that new place to live, new ride, new job, you learn something new, or things along those lines. We definitely want you to continue to embrace those positives. We have to feed off of those. And like I'll tell anybody, you have every right to celebrate because you know what you've had to work through in order to get there. Don't overdo it, but do it to the point where it's like, yeah, you're coming up for air and you know what you've been led through in order to get there, and then build on it and keep going. But let's not forget our friends and associates who might not be doing so well, because that might have been us once upon a time. So definitely, as they say, build as we climb. Let's definitely make sure to do that. So those are the, opening messages for those in need. So today, the reading passage is going to come from the second book that I wrote, 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. So I'll see if it's working on the other platform. We'll see what's what. And this is more than just a book about faith. Faith is part of it, but the interviews are done with people across Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam. And the central themes focus on what is someone's biggest daily challenge, and then what do they do through multiple lenses to go ahead and work through those challenges and still live a powerful, positive, and productive life. So I'm going to pull for one of my favorite chapters, Chapter 2, Carrie, Our Cousin. So I'm going to do that up close. Carrie, Our Cousin, and then Carrie, Our Cousin. And I like pulling this one because knowing a little bit of the backstory, a family member of mine that spent time incarcerated, but he stuck to his principles even despite all the other things. And since he's been out, I tell you what, very powerful and impactful story. So here are a couple of things I want to read from and give additional follow-ups on the good work that he's doing. So each and every day during his 10-year stay, and this is also how he keeps starting his day, he pulls from Psalm 46:10, and it reads as follows: "Be still and know that I am God, and I will exalt you." And that last part, "I will exalt you," is pretty powerful, because sometimes all of us, to varying degrees, have been in very low spaces, very challenging spaces, and it's like, how are we going to get out of this? And people sometimes wrestle with stuff. I know I wrestle with some different things from time to time. Cortez Mac TV, thanks for joining us. I know I wrestle with some stuff day in and day out, and I know there's other people that do. But knowing that there's something greater than you, that if you, for lack of a term, weather the storm, it gives you the potential to go ahead and come through it, and come through it greater. There's a couple other segments that I want to pull from this that I hope will help from here. And let's see if there's a couple other things. Because from that simple verse, that's what helped him keep afloat for 10 years being incarcerated. And since he's been out, here are some of the things that he's been able to do. With the continued outlining and mapping of the eventual launch of his nonprofit, which he's already done, based out of southwestern Kentucky, his research of current models and means of support are the things that are part of what is being done presently to be an even stronger presence in the immediate and long-term future. In seeing what he can do a little bit differently, it means there's an increased opportunity to reach those who others aren't, and have a better functioning and sustainable programming concept. So we have our ideas, we have our template, but we always have to make adjustments and always have to be open to it. And then here's something that explains his piece, or his mindset. If you have a mindset focused on negativity, that is all you'll see and experience. Our bodies move off and feed off energy. You get back what you put out. Feed and put out positivity, and your body will basically show it. Feed off other things, and it'll be completely different. Now, that I agree with in regards to your energy. And I know sometimes our energy's low. You're not feeling it some days. Things along those lines. Hey, Representative Donna McLeod, thank you so much for joining. Sometimes you don't feel it, but your energy, we are, bodies in motion, energy, and what you take in is what you're going to put out. And when I look at what is talked about in this chapter, from 10 years incarceration, been out for about, I'll say 5 or 6, established his own nonprofit, speaking and working with different youth groups. And in fact, I want to say it's either this weekend or next weekend, he's actually one of the featured speakers for a basketball camp that's being hosted by Greg Buckner, who's a former NBA player. So think about it. From locked up to out to speaking, engaged in the community, doing constructive things, reinvesting, and now all of a sudden there's some great things that are happening, and a lot of it, again, is changing your mindset. I'm going to read this one more time. If you have a mindset focused on negativity, that is all you'll see and experience. Our bodies move off of and feed off of energy. You get back what you put out. Feed and put out positivity, and your body will basically show it. Feed off other things, will be completely different. And it doesn't mean we don't get upset, angry, disappointed, frustrated. We all do. But remember what I said at the very beginning. You can't be stuck there. The longer you get stuck there, it takes away your ability to do the things that you're capable of. So I'm very grateful for what we covered in this second chapter, titled Our Cousin Carrie. And this is from the second book that was written, 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. And I'm still going to show it up here, even though I think there's still some type of tech issue. So before we get ready to wind down, again, I hope people got encouraged by the passage that we chose, and also from the very beginning to acknowledge people who are doing well and might not be doing so well. A couple real quick announcements before we wrap up and wind down. Later today, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, make sure to join me on the Conversation Corner. That's my full broadcast show that airs 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Status Network, the live TV channel. So add LYVE Live TV and Status Network on your social media platforms. For those of you that have Roku and Amazon Fire Stick, you can definitely tune in and catch it. Status Network has its own app, so just download the app, click on channels, click on LYVE TV, and you're good to go. We have 3 great guests tonight, 3 women doing some great work. We have Jazzy B for real, back and forth between Virginia, Charlotte. I think she's actually in Atlanta covering an event, doing some great work in arts and entertainment. We have Charmaine Hutchinson, who is excuse me, the founder and publisher of Real Women Atlanta magazine, which does a great job of highlighting the impact of African American women, black women, not only in the city of Atlanta, but through the metro Atlanta area. So it's a great magazine, a great read. And then I have the coordinator, director, creative brainchild behind PB and Justice. And I tell you what, their unique way of using peanut butter and jelly to not only support those activists who are being proactive in regards to these social issues and needs for change, but then they take those leftover food items and they go ahead and feed the homeless. So they're really helping different audiences. So we're going to find out more about all three of their stories tonight. June 12th, some great events I'm involved in. I hope that, let's see. Thanks to Hoop Nation, Lady Coco, Stephanie Batiste. They're doing their first annual celebrity basketball fundraiser. So it starts at 12 o'clock. 12:15 is when tip-off is. Charity basketball game. The two coordinators, Stephanie Batiste and Lady Coco, will actually do a one-on-one basketball challenge. Then after the game, it'll be a concert. You definitely want to check it out. For those people who are familiar with the artist Cupid and the Cupid Shuffle, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. But, video-wise, to the left, to the left, to the right. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. He'll be the headliner for the concert, and then the proceeds are going to help support two nonprofits. One's a local nonprofit that works with supporting homeless veterans, and the other is the American Cancer Society. So I'll be there for part of the time, and then check me out for the DeKalb Fitness Challenge. It actually goes on from 2 to 6. I'll probably get there about 4 o'clock. Shouts to the Georgia Spartans, as they'll have health fair, all these great resources that are free to the public, so make sure to check that out. Sunday, June 13th, join me in downtown Stone Mountain from 12 to 4 p.m. I will actually be one of the vendors for one of the festivals that's taking place. So I'll have all the books available for signing, purchase, and especially with Father's Day around the corner. Hey, a good book is always a good gift. We know that Slutty Vegan's going to be out there, so when Slutty Vegan comes around, it's going to be 5,100 people. That's going to be taking place June 13th. So make sure to just check the social media and related updates to connect. Come on out, say hey, take a picture. I just went to the barber's yesterday. I think I'll still be presentable looking on Sunday. And just in closing, like I said, I don't know what happened with the other platform, but we're going to go ahead and make it happen. I am Mr. Crosby. Hey, good seeing you, good sir. Hope you're doing the great things you're doing in fitness. So, yeah, we had a technology issue. You know how that goes. You just kind of find a way, make it happen. So before we wind down, I want to acknowledge the people who joined me on Instagram. So I am Mr. Crosby. Thank you very much. Representative Donna McLeod, she was a guest on Conversation Corner back in December of last year. She's doing some extraordinary work in public service. So let's please advocate for people who are advocating for you. So make sure to check her out and support her. And thank you, Representative McLeod, for all you're doing. Cortez Mac TV, good seeing you, good sir. He's doing some great work. I've been blessed to be a guest on his show. So check out the great work he's doing. I'm going to get you on mine. I know I'm booked for a little bit, but we're going to figure it out. But check out Cortez Mac TV, doing some great work. The Grill Coach, I just met him the other day, Monday. I tell you what, grilling, this guy is ridiculously good. So make sure to check him out. And then Emery Rose Photography in the building. Hey, I don't know if I should use your business name, but hey, Deidre, hope you're doing great. Y'all, Emery Rose Photography, best in Gwinnett the last 2 to 3 years running, so check them out. They do some awesome photography and everything. So make sure to check them out. So now in closing, I'll figure out how to edit this video, put it up on the Facebook and all that type of thing, since I don't know what's going on with my Zoom. But again, we try to take like 15-20 minutes just to pause, slow things down, keep everybody motivated, encouraged, just breathe and come up for air. Because like I said, sometimes you can't wait till your day is over. You might need to pick me up. So I hope the words from today help somebody. I hope the selection from 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1, helps somebody. The ways that we can continue to engage and interact. Hey, if you see me, I'll speak. I mean, seriously, I'll speak. And I will say thank you to everybody who's supporting on all the ends, the author end, the television show, everything. And the last things I'll leave everybody with is whether slow or swift, movement is movement. So sometimes we all move at different paces, but as long as you're moving, you can eventually get to where you're going. And whether small or big, a victory is a victory, because you, of all people, know what you've had to work through and be led through in order to get through it. So that's going to be a wrap for today's live chat. I'll hope that I can get the other stuff squared away for next time. So again, I'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a good rest of the day. Have a very good week. Have a good weekend. Still, even though things are kind of calming down, we're still in pandemic state. So please utilize best practices when you're out and about and everything. So y'all take good care. I'll look forward to seeing y'all real soon. Thanks a lot for joining.